Hello there everyone! So do you like seeing new dragons? I know I do, and the official DML Facebook posted this link to the YouTube gaming video where we do actually see a couple of the new Chinese themed dragons coming in the new event. So they uploaded this video called Dawn of the Divine YouTube Gaming, and we've got the Chang'e, or I know I'm saying that wrong, the Nezha, and then this new dragon on the front here. And this is actually the dragon that was seen in the silhouette image with him and the Chang'e on the front. So we now know what this dragon actually looks like. But obviously, this is a full video. I'm going to go through the whole thing and give my opinions on certain parts of it, because this shows the new castle event and the new boss challenge, I believe. But either way, let us take a quick look at this video. So this is the dragon I was talking about here. He's got like the devil-shaped tail, and obviously he's got the wyvern body type, and he looks kind of creepy because he only has this like, I don't know, just full white eye. Kind of weird, but I do think his design looks super interesting. Then we've got the Nezha dragon that pops up, the Chang'e with the moon behind her, because like we saw in the other video, she is based off of like a goddess or of some sort that lives on the moon, which, that sounds pretty cool to me, and I think it really suits her. Then we have the island shown to us, and then here we have the castle event shown. So this is obviously with the Guandi dragon being one of the bosses, and the Nezha dragon being the dragon that you move along all the tiles with. So obviously the Nezha dragon is the reward dragon for finishing the event in all likelihood, because the ones that you walk around the castle event with are the dragon that is normally the final level reward, or at least for completing the event. And they show some of these super cool backgrounds. Like, look at this moon! How creepy is that? And obviously we've got this kind of dystopian, almost destroyed place in the sky. I don't even know what to make of this. This looks incredibly cool. And then they use the Poseidon and the Zeus dragons during this boss fight against this new dragon, which I think is kind of BM, considering they've said that these dragons aren't returning, obviously. Maybe we'll get to use them a couple of times during the castle event. Who knows? I mean, it'd be cool to at least get a chance to use them once. And then we have the Chang'e dragon as a boss dragon here as well. So, obviously you always run into a ton of different boss dragons that you can fight, so that would be cool. And then we have this boss fight here. And I don't know whether this guy is part of the castle event or part of the boss challenge, because we can't see. But this is obviously a new dragon as well, and definitely in the Chinese theme as well. I mean, this guy, I love it. I absolutely love it. He has huge ears, and, his armor very, very cool looking. Obviously, because I am not that familiar with Chinese gods and culture as a whole, I don't know what this guy is based off of. I'm sure someone that is, a lot more knowledgeable about the subject could probably predict what this dragon is. So, if you are from China, please let me know. I am very interested in learning more about the culture and stuff like that. I wish I could speak the language as well. But, I am not someone that is good at speaking other languages, unfortunately. But just the levels! I can't stress enough how cool these levels look. And one thing to note is that we have the, straight and narrow little squares that we have to go across. But there's all this additional decoration at the bottom here with, stairs and everything. And I'm wondering if there's, something cool down at the bottom. But they don't show us. God damn it! We want more! I want to see more! But then it just says play now. So it's only a 15-second clip, but overall we got a lot of information out of that. Obviously we know who the main castle dragon is. I'm gonna say that the Chang'e doesn't look like it's available in the event, but we don't know. And on one of the levels we have this scary, terrifying abyss almost, or it looks like a sun that's about to explode and create a black hole, is what it looks like they were going for here. Don't know if it's true or not, but, definitely a really, really cool looking castle event. So, let me know what you think about it. That's all of my preliminary thoughts on what they've shown us today. I think that is super, super cool. And obviously we've seen 2 new dragons, which we've still got a couple of divines left to be shown, because we've already seen 2 divine dragons, so that's the Chang'e and the Nezha. So that means we've got 4 more remaining to see, so we'll see if both of those are divines or not, because we've still got a few left. And we lost the clan event, unfortunately. Feels bad, man. And if you're wondering how we know how many divine dragons there are, you can look at it in-game. You know, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, there were 7. No, there were 6 new ones. One of them is the Apollo. So yeah, we've got 4 more yet to be confirmed officially for whether they're divine or not, or what they are. So, you know, I hope you enjoyed taking a look at that. I am pretty excited. I am pretty excited overall, but, you know, we did do quite well during the clan event, but then in the final day, the enemy clan gained like 2 bajillion points and we got completely demolished. So, that's kind of depressing. But, you know me, I can't wait until we see every single new dragon that's going to become available. I just think that would be the best. And although I say that, I have seen a couple of people saying 16 new dragons. Wow, that sounds great. However, I actually don't have anywhere to put them. And you know, that's a fair point, because neither do I. So, stupid arena bug. But yeah, I don't have anywhere to put all of the new dragons either, so I really do understand where people are coming from. It's always cool when we get new stuff added in-game. But if you don't have anywhere to put the dragons, what the heck are you gonna do? And then there's people that say, yeah, well, you can easily level up within 10 to 12 days, so it's not an issue, just level up. Yeah, but if you think about it, and actually do the math on it, you actually cannot house every single dragon in DML, in a habitat. They literally do not give you enough habitat space ever, even at max level, to house all the dragons in the game. And plus, if you have a ton of boss habitats, that means that you're limited even more than that. So I was considering maybe I was going to do a video on it, on the habitat space issue, which is a problem myself, and other people I've been talking to in the past have also expressed that it is a major issue for them. And personally, the fact that this is a collecting game. Like, the whole premise behind DML is that, you know, you collect dragons, get new dragons, and, you know, get limited time dragons so that you can add to your massive dragon collection. And yet people that like collecting are being penalized. And I think that's really, really strange that that decision decided to come into the game. And don't get me wrong, I understand the reason why they have a limit on habitats, and it's because otherwise you could have players that just put down every single habitat, fill up every single island, and have a bajillion more gold than everyone else because they just filled them with stuff like Stardust or other legendaries and stuff like that. And so I get that. I get why they'd want to try and limit habitat space, but at the same time, if you can't even fit all the dragons that you have into habitats, that is a massive problem. Because while it's sitting in your inventory, it doesn't count towards your dragon total. You can't use it. And, you know, as a whole, what if you get, like, 5 new dragons from this divine event, but you don't have any habitat space for them? What the heck do you do? Are you then going to be forced to delete commons and uncommon dragons just so that you can fit the new divines into your game? And then what happens when a new Dragon of the Week comes out and then it requires the common dragons that you deleted to actually breed it? I mean, it seems very, very obvious to me that that is a major in-game issue, and I don't understand why some people don't think that it is. Because literally, do the math for how much space you have, and obviously you have to house legendary dragons as well, so every habitat that you put down isn't going to be holding 3 dragons, a lot are going to be holding 2 dragons. You you cannot fit every dragon in the game. You can't even fit up to like 90% of them, I believe. There's still at least 10% that you can't fit in. So I just think that that's an issue with DML that has been very, very long and ongoing, and I personally think it needs to be fixed. Because at this point, I continually end up seeing more and more and more people complaining about that issue. And obviously I'm going to have a ton more habitats still left to unlock. I've got all of these habitats left, but, you know, at the same time, I only have 325 dragons. If I add all the dragons from my Android account in this account, and plus I actually bought more of the bundle dragons and stuff like that, I would be closer to probably 380. And I would not have enough space for that. So, I don't know, I think it's a problem that really does need to be addressed sooner rather than later. And I'm hoping that in a future update they do something about that. Whether that's make it so that legendary habitats can house 3 dragons, they make it so that boss habitats can house, don't count towards the normal habitat total and they count towards some other total. Because if you own a ton of boss habitats, like the amount of habitats that you can actually have for normal dragons is reduced majorly. So, you know, there are a lot of problems going on in terms of that. So, like I said, maybe I'll make an official video with all the numbers and everything worked out, so you don't just have to, like, believe my word for it. But people have already done the math before. People already know it's impossible, so, you know, it's just one of those major in-game problems that I guess we'll see if it ever gets fixed, air quotes, or changed, but whatever really. But I didn't even say this. Make sure you go and check out the Dawn of the Divine, as they've called it, video with all these new dragons and everything. And again, if you know what these dragons are just by looking at them, and you know, you can see them in the deity or god or a warlord, whatever they are, in their, I guess, technically real life forms. But, you know, for now, thank you very much for joining me today, and until next time, I will see you then.